Okay then, I don't know if you can probably see this in the background here, but it's a huge thunderstorm happening that way. So let's go walk this way. Yeah, today we're gonna just kind of do another catch up on the dry fasting video yesterday. And I wanted to kind of clear up a couple of things. First of all, when I say ice chips, you know, I assume that you've got filtered water and stuff like that. So just tap water is ice? No, it's probably not safe. But the other thing is yeah, you use ice chips to, you know, break up in your mouth and stuff. You still have to spit it out. I mean, you don't swallow it. I mean, that is part of the deal here. You can rub it on your lips if your lips get dry. Oh, there's a sand crane up there. So yeah, there's just that little detail. The thing I want to talk about today is what happens before and after a dry fast. You know, you've got a lot of stuff going on in your body all the time that requires minerals and cofactors and all this good stuff and vitamins. And if you don't have a certain amount when you go into a dry fast, you kind of put yourself at risk because you're drawing on critical stores to just keep you alive. Most people 50, 60, 70 years ago that weren't exposed to the glyphosate, the chemicals, and the potassium bromide and all the crap in the bread, probably didn't have as much as a problem. But these days you do. We are absolutely magnesium deficient, almost everyone is, which goes along with potassium, calcium, and all the other stuff. So just as a safeguard, precaution, I suggest going ahead and doing some 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium, potassium. If you're doing the salt thing every day, if you're doing the, you know, at least a teaspoon of salt every day, you've probably got enough sodium. And if everything's, you know, pretty much working, you probably do. Meaning if you're pooping right, because that's what sodium does. It controls the amount of swelling in tissue. So if you have plenty of sodium, you don't swell in the tissue. The peristaltic action of the bowel works correctly. It ends up taking the moisture out of the poop. And, you know, they drop out like 500-pound bombs out of a B-17 over Berlin. Anyway, that's just a precaution. You have to have the minerals to go through the dry fast. One of the minerals for sure is magnesium, because magnesium ends up taking ATP out of the cells to be able to use around the body. So you've got to have magnesium just to get the ATP out of the mitochondria. So there's, you know, that sort of stuff has to happen. So you should eat some watermelon. That gives you some potassium a day or two before you dry fast, because what happens during the dry fast is you might get constipated, you know, because your body's trying to steal as much water from every place. It's going to try and steal it from the bowel and the poop and stuff. So yeah, you need to have enough. Oh dear, this is really happening here. Anyway, well, I'm going to walk away from the storm and I guess walk back into it on the way back. Anyway, so yeah, after the fast, you got to do the potassium, the magnesium, the sodium bicarbonate drink. You got to reestablish those electrolytes so you can keep going on. So that's kind of the message today. I am about to be slammed by rain, so you can't accuse me of being a fair weather friend, right?
Earth is remaking the Granite family.
What?
It's a timeless classic, It was made in a land before time.
Land before time or the land that time forgot?
No, that's the land of the lost you're thinking.
Oh.
With Chaka.